Welcome to the AudPod.
Hey, Andrew.
Hey, Justin.
Game 3. All ours. We went to the Sioux and we took it home.
3 goals from Dylan Edwards.
And like one of the most beautiful goals by an amazing pass by Bilecki. Like,
oh yeah, incredible play. That's one of the best plays, like one of the breakouts of the year. He carries it and then passes it to Tanner Lamb and beats the defenseman and then receives the pass and then like one touches it across the slot. It was
behind
unbelievable.
him. Behind
him.
him.
Exactly. Backhand one touch. Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah. Well, all the things that you shouldn't be able to do like individually, he did in all at once.
Yeah, there were people out there trying to stop him from doing that. That's
yeah.
the most impressive part.
I mean, this game. So this is episode 7, Road to the Robertson, game 3 against the Sioux. Kitchener-Rangers won 4-3, taking the series lead 3-0. This game did not start with the feistiness that I anticipated after the end of game 2.
I mean, there was a fight 8.5 minutes in.
Okay, was that a setup fight? Like, was that a prearranged fight?
Yeah,
like,
I'm sure it was.
A text message before the game fight?
Well, I don't know if it's a text message, but I think...
A warm-up fight?
Yeah, I think it was definitely an arranged fight because or maybe it was arranged at the end of the game because Hlacar wanted to fight last game and they wouldn't fight. So maybe they said like, "Oh, we can arrange check.
We'll send you a guy. We'll say we won't let you fight somebody. We won't let you fight Brady Martin, but we'll give you some meat to punch next game."
I mean, Jordan Chiron's a pretty good hockey player, so I was surprised he was the one who answered the bell. But I guess you do what you can to try and get your team going. Unfortunately for the Sioux, it never really panned out for them in this one. They were chasing the whole game.
Well, they every time the Rangers scored, they scored immediately after. It was a back and forth that way.
Well, it's actually in the third period, it was every time the Sioux scored, the Rangers scored.
Oh, sure. Yes.
After.
Yeah. But they never got the lead. The Sioux never got a lead. So.
No, they were chasing pretty much the whole time. And as soon as soon as they had that tying goal, the Rangers just kind of put the pressure back on. And I wasn't worried. Just like you could just see the ice tilt, even with Chase Reed's power play goal in the third to tie it up. Immediately the play went the other way. And the funny thing about Dylan Edwards' hat trick goal, which was barely sniffed at as a hat trick goal on the broadcast.
Yeah, they didn't even acknowledge that he got a hat trick.
No, not until like minutes later, and it was like his third goal of the game. You're like, okay,
yeah.
Dylan Edwards makes this unbelievable pass to Ando. Dylan is like next to the net, like to the left of the net.
Yeah.
And he passes it all the way through traffic to the point and Ando plays it. It results in nothing. And then like moments later, Edwards is going behind the net and just like tosses the puck into the slot. And Winkelhofer puts it in for the game winner. Own goal.
He hoffed it into the net there.
Yeah. He Winkelhoffed it right into the net. Carter George is... Winkelhofer. It's I guess it sucks when you have a name like that and you score an own goal because you can really yell it with like anger. Winkelhofer. Yeah, well, we have to mention Hayden Ellis had another goal on the Bilecki pass.
We hyped up the Bilecki pass, but we didn't say who got the goal.
Hayden Ellis, of course. Is he kind of having a playoffs? I'm starting to think that Hayden Ellis is having a playoffs. So I'm getting pretty excited about that he might be that guy who's like, he hadn't had a playoff goal until, the other night and he had 2. And now, is this going to become like, one of those things where he just keeps scoring? I would love that. I'm rooting for the kid from Buffalo. Jack Prudhomme had 2 primary assists in this one. The first one to Dylan Edwards, he's kind of bobbling the puck a little bit, and then he puts it on a tee. Like it may not look that impressive, but to put it exactly where a streaking, like dive bombing Dylan Edwards needs it so that Dylan Edwards can just pick it up and then shoot it right into the net. It's just not an easy play. It's not going to make a highlight reel, but it's just such an incredibly nice pass that if you've ever tried to like, make that play in a situation like that, you just know like there's like, you have to get exactly the right, speed on that pass, or else it's going to be like in Edwards' feet, right?
For
like
sure.
it's just like perfectly timed. They're so in sync right now. Obviously last series they didn't play together because they wanted more depth, I think, scoring, but they've loaded up that top line with Sam O'Reilly, Jack Pridham, and Dylan Edwards. And
what a combo.
It's just going. That there, of course, the third goal for the Rangers was that power play goal, which was clutch.
I do want to toot my own horn in saying that when I said after game 3 in the first series that Dylan Edwards was due and he was going to score 7, he has now scored 7 since I said that.
Do you know that? Like, you've almost tooted your horn as much as Edwards has scored.
Yeah.
You weren't even on the pod, and you got a shout out.
That wasn't me tooting my own horn. I got my horn tooted.
Okay.
One other thing I wanted to talk about before we wrap up here. Okay, the slew footing. Okay, I know it was a Sioux penalty, but like, what was that call?
Well, thankfully the Rangers didn't score on it because these whiny Sioux fans in our comments, especially on Facebook, you whiners, would be off the chain whining about, it wasn't even a it wasn't a slew foot.
It wasn't a slew foot.
It was a Sioux foot. Double minor for slew footing. I don't know what I don't know, but the Rangers didn't score.
When did this rule book come out? The double minor for roughing, the double minor for a slew foot. What is happening?
This one, at least this one in the game score is printed as a double minor. So they must be able to call a double minor. I just have never seen it. I thought it was either 2 minutes or 5 minutes. I thought
it was an elbowing. It looked like an elbow.
It was for sure an elbow. It was for sure 2 minutes for elbowing. That's all it was.
That's what it should have been. It was a penalty. It just
for elbowing.
Yeah, for elbowing.
Yeah.
So weird.
Slew foot.
Hey, we're kind of on your side, the Sioux, but not really.
No,
we're sending you home on Thursday.
The fact you're so we're on your side in the sense that weird call, but
weird calls.
So you're so whiny in our comments that I'm glad that this is going the way it's going, more so than just being a Rangers fan.
All right. Yeah.
So, I just wanted to say that essentially, the Rangers didn't put a lot of shots on net, and yet they're beating Carter George. If you want to talk about the save percentage and goals against average thing, and in the sense of wins are the only important goalie stat in the playoffs.
Yep. And Kirsch has 7 of them.
Mic drop.
All right. Rangers are back in action Thursday night for game 4 in the Sioux. We'll be back Thursday night after the game to be popping our champagne to round 3, I'm assuming.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. I don't want to count our chickens before they've hatched. I don't want to count our slew foots before they've slewed.
The Sioux's still a good team. None of these games have been runaways in any way. So should be in for a good one on Thursday night. So we'll be back then with the road to the Robertson. Pew, 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 pew.